Yo, what's up, transaction engineers? God bless y'all, man. It's your guy, Mr. TE, baby. Live and living color, baby. Live and living color. As you know, most of my recordings are live. Most of them are live. I don't really edit too many of them. I just want to get on here today and talk to y'all about, what's holding you back from doing your first deal. What's holding you back? I remember what was. I could say this. Let me see. Well, I can't say nothing held me back from doing my first deal because, man, I needed a check like oxygen. I was driving a forklift. Number one, driving a freaking forklift, and for $10 an hour, $10.50 an hour, man, that's, oh my God, man. With 3 kids, that was so stressful, man. It was so stressful. But, it was something in me that had that drive that was like, go, Eddie, go, 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 go. Thank you. Oh, for those of you joining my channel, I'm sorry. My name is Eddie Raymond, aka Mr. Transaction Engineer. Been buying and selling real estate since 2004. And I flipped Moses, the one in the Bible, his first house. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, man. But I've been at this a while. So, I remember my first deal, man. Well, not my first deal. Let's rewind it. I was driving the forklift. My mom invested $5,000 into this seminar called The Millionaire Maker by my Paul, Ron LeGrand. Ron, well, thank you, Ron. I love you, man. That's my Paul. That's my first mentor. And I've had so many since. I invested over $200,000 in my education, and I'm looking to invest some more, probably another 30 on a coach that I'm getting to help me take my coaching business to the next level. They want $30,000, so got to kick out that another investment. But I swear, man, even if you get one nugget from a coach, it could change your life. One. But I've been blessed to have pretty good mentors that help show me the ropes in different areas. Like Ron, he showed me about 3 different ways on how to get paid. Then I hired a short sale coach. Well, 2 of them. I had 2 short sale coaches because short sales started jumping in. Let me see, the market went down the end of 2007. And by 2000, I think by the end of 2007 when it started to crash. No, it was the beginning of 2008. I saw what was going on.
It's not all for you.
I saw what was going on in 2008. And I quickly transitioned. See, one thing about real estate, you got to know how to maneuver. Everything is not going to work all the time. Like, when the market crashed, guess what? It wasn't hardly that many people wholesaling. About 80-90% of investors disappeared. Oh, y'all slipped, man. I slipped big time. And if y'all didn't click on that link on my last video, you slipped too. So I had a great deal for the Subject 2 course for 80% off, which was only $197. To get all that information is priceless. And you got the master class, which is another $2,000, $3,000 offer for only $200. And a lot of people slipped because when my assistant put the link together, she did. I got to see how many people clicked on and got it for free. But she didn't put an amount. So if you clicked on it, man, somebody was blessed. I don't know who, I got to check it out. But if you clicked on that link, I had it set up where it wasn't done right. And so whoever clicked on the link for the Subject 2 Masterclass got it for free. Yes, Free. So if you didn't click on the link, it expired already yesterday. For Memorial Day sale, you missed your blessing, baby. You missed your blessing. You would have got it for free. Hey, shout out to the people who took advantage of that. I had a guy email say, hey, is this supposed to be free? And I looked at the link, and it was free. So I'm like, hey, well, at least you took action. You can have it. So God bless the action takers, man. God bless you. But back to the money. So we had a transition in 2008 over to short sales and subject twos. So that was popular. Short sales and subject twos. However, a lot of the subject twos were behind on payments. They were behind like crazy. So all of them didn't work out, but some did. Also, now back to the false belief. One of the false beliefs people get caught up in, I need a lot of money. I need a lot of money to do my deal. Guys, I cannot tell you, when I started real estate, I was broke. Shit, I was driving forklift for $10 or $11 an hour. It's been so long ago. Hallelujah. I don't remember, but I think it was $10 or $11. And my mom invested the $5,000 to go to the Millionaire Maker seminar. And boy, was that a rude awakening. But I was so hungry that when I got to the seminar, I already had deals. I was already marketing. I didn't know what I was doing, but I knew I wasn't gonna keep driving forklifts forever. That's for damn sure. I wasn't gonna keep driving forklifts, and the reason I was driving forklifts because I was incarcerated, so I had got out, did 41 months for trafficking cocaine. So, I mean, I was used to making some money. So to try to convert to make $11 an hour, I'm used to making thousands of dollars a day. Boy, that was a paradigm shift. But my 3 kids kept me from relapsing. Cause the old me would have said, Eddie, man, bump this $11. Let's go get this money, baby. By me having them kids, man, I knew I couldn't do it. So helped me transition, but I knew making that little amount of money, man, I wasn't gonna last long. So thank God for real estate, man. Moms invested that $5,000. Thank God for moms. Thank you, mom. She invested that $5,000, man. I went in this seminar on fire. It's kind of like when you're back against the wall sometimes, man, it make you go. It make you get hungry. It make you succeed. And so that's where I was at in my life at that point. I had to go. I had to succeed, man. I had 3 kids depending on me. Also myself depending on me. So that was one of the best, man, one of the best investments ever. I went in there and came with deals. I closed my first deal, first subject to deal on stage. Actually, Ron called a lady up on stage and closed it right in front of me. I'm on the stage, hungry, my lead in my hand. I had like 7 or 8, but that was the best one, he said. Called the lady, we got in, man, gave the lady $2,000 right at the seminar. I left. I mean, as soon as the seminar was over that day, I went back to the room, faxed over the contract to the lady. She signed it and sent the contract back before I even left the conference. So you talking about ecstatic and excited? It was mind-boggling. I'm like, oh my God, somebody actually sold me their house subject to, like for real. And the lady worked for the IRS. The IRS, so I definitely didn't think she was gonna do it, but she signed it over, $2,000. Because her and her husband had bought a house. They had bought a bigger house, and her house was small, so they didn't want to stay in that one. But they had 2 mortgage payments, so that was motivation on her side. They had two mortgage payments, and so I ended up taking that over subject to $2,000. I cash flow about $300 a month on that one, and made about $30 on the back end when I sold it 3 years later. But that's my first and only subject to deal where somebody gave me a time frame. Keep in mind, some of these people wanted out their name in a certain time. So she told me, and she worked for the IRS, so I wasn't gonna play around with it. I was like, no, sir, okay, 3 years, I'm gonna try to get it out in 2. So we were fortunate to get the deal done and get it out of the name, so man, it was a blessing. Huh?
He just taught us what a new Mexican breakfast is, and he's from LA. This is Eddie.
Oh,
Eddie,
are you
this is
vlogging?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
You guys enjoy.
Thank you. I'm gonna look you up on
So sweet.
Okay, there's your.
Yeah,
that's
that's
the
on
egg
back.
white omelet, baby.
So that Damn, what I'm saying. Hold on, y'all. I'm getting a train of thought back. I'll come back to it. The false belief one, you need a lot of money to do this. You don't. You either got time or the money. If you don't have the money, you got to put in that work. You the one got to pick up that phone and make the calls. You got to skip trace your leads. You got to text your leads yourself. You got to ringless voice blast your leads yourself. You got to send out mailings. You got to send out emails. But you can't let it stop you because you got to get that first deal done. And once you get it done, it's going to be what's called a paradigm shift. And you be like, wow, this don't work. I can really do it. So you got to get over the hurdle of yourself first. Because once you do, sky's the limit. You know you can do it. So that's the first hurdle. You need a lot of money. No, you don't need the time or money. Of course, you got to pay for your leads, or you can drive around and find vacant properties and get addresses like that. You really don't even have to drive around. Just say you go to work, look around. You look for high grass, properties with high grass. Look like they're abandoned, no realtor sign in the yard. Guys, that's going to be your first subject too. I mean, not subject to. It may be a subject to. It depends on the deal and the numbers. But there's a deal, possibly. Also, you got free leads in the paper, in the legal section. You got pre-foreclosures in the legal section. You have probate, you have divorce. All of these leads you get from your county for free. For free. But you have to do the work to skip tracing. You can use truepeoplesearch.com. It's cheap. It's free, I think. Truepeoplesearch.com. You can use another good app to skip trace called Being Verified. I like Being Verified because it's only $30, y'all, for 3 months or 2 months. You get telephone numbers, you get the next of kin, you get telephone number, next of kin, you get the social media information. It's priceless. So there's no excuses nowadays, no excuses. When I first started back in 04, man, it wasn't no online skip tracing. You had to pay somebody to skip trace this stuff. It was totally different. Now we're so blessed and got this technology right in front of us, we don't know what to do with it. Let me see another false belief. So it takes a lot of money. We just killed that because you can Being Verified. You can't afford $30 for a skip trace system. Shit, man, I don't know what to tell you. You better get you some cans or something like that, like they used to do back in the day. Collect a lot of cans and go cash them in. Hey, what's another false belief? You know what I use? Another false belief I had before I started. I'm too young to do real estate. These people are not going to believe in me. They're not going to trust in me. I think I was 26 or 27. Let's see, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I was like 26 or 27 when I started. That don't even matter, y'all. I was that young, but I had to go. I didn't have no choice. I couldn't just keep dwelling on these false beliefs that was going to enable me to not to make the decision to move forward. I couldn't depend on that. I had to go anyway, whether I was scared or not. And I was scared, but I had to go, man. So I started at 27. So if you're using age for an excuse, that ain't gonna work either. You can be any age. If you know what you're doing, people will know. So we kicked that age in the butt. We kicked that having the right amount of money in that butt. And that's gonna be the only two I'm gonna hit you with right now. DM me. I'm gonna do a challenge coming up. I'm gonna do a subject to challenge coming up. Get your first subject to deal. It's gonna be a challenge. I'll have the link soon, but DM me on one of the social media outlets, Mr. Transaction Engineer, across the board, whether it's TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube. DM me or email us at info@mrtransactionengineer.com, and we'll get the link out to you. I want to see a lot of people succeed. We've helped over 300 and some people in our academy within the last 4 years. And this year, man, I want to do at least 100. At least 100 this year. I think so far we've helped about 20 people, 20 to 30 people, because I toned down a little bit on the coaching. Because you just have to reevaluate people more. Some people, all money not good money. So we got to make sure we're a good fit for each other and we can move forward. But email us at info@mrtransactionengineer.com. If you want to get in that subject to challenge, I might even do a wholesaling land challenge. That wholesaling land challenge was lit. Shout out to all the people who's in the first class, man. God bless y'all, man. God bless all you transaction engineer, all our family, man. We love y'all. Keep growing and going. See you at the top.
Your clothes.
Oh yeah.
Oh, y'all having fun now, aren't you?
Oh, we slept all day yesterday.
We did too.
We did too.
We stayed in the air, and oh my gosh! And then I just had this first.
Good job. See you at the top. Peace.
Is it?
A
Yeah, we
Diet
got
Coke.
room service.